And former Bakersfield Police Department detective pleads guilty in connection to a BPD corruption case.
It's all stemming from the former detective Damacio Diaz's admission to keeping meth that was meant to go to evidence but was sold instead. Now, another former detective, Patrick Mara, admitted his guilt in federal court today, working with Diaz in an ongoing scandal. 23
ABC News' Ken County was in the court proceedings today in Fresno and has the details on what's next for Mara.
Tim and Jackie, nearly 3 weeks after Damacio Diaz took a plea deal for 3 counts. His partner in crime, Patrick Mara, stood in the same federal courtroom in front of the same judge and pled guilty to 1. But that 1 carries the most time: possession of meth with the intent to sell. Late last month, Patrick Mara said he was sorry for what he had done.
The big question is why or how I could have allowed something like this to happen. And the simple answer is that 4 years ago, I put myself in a compromising situation and said yes where I should have said no.
Today at the federal courthouse in Fresno, it was a different tune: silence.
No comment at all about today's proceedings?
Everything we can say, we said inside the courtroom about the proceeding. We've done the interviews. We'll see you on the 17th.
Mara pleaded guilty to conspiracy to possess methamphetamines with intent to sell. Media is not allowed to film federal court proceedings, but today's plea hearing was short as the judge confirmed Mara's desire to enter the plea. In the deal, Mara admitted that he and Diaz withheld approximately 20 pounds of meth from evidence while working together from 2012 to 2013. In Diaz's agreement, there was only mention of 10 pounds of meth being taken from police evidence. Due to Mara's cooperation with authorities thus far, he was allowed to remain free on bond and spent several hours in a probation office agreeing to terms of his release. His level of cooperation can also affect his sentence, as the government has agreed to recommend a sentence up to 50% shorter if he provides substantial assistance to authorities. Mara faces a maximum sentence of life in prison and a $10 million fine. Ultimately, it will be up to Chief Justice Lawrence O'Neill to determine what Mara's sentence will be, and that will be handed down in October. In downtown Fresno, Ken County, 23 ABC.